Hey players, we have breaking news. James and Jennifer Crumbley, the parents of Ethan Crumbley, the despicable person that stole the lives of 4 people and injured several others at Oxford High School in November of 2021, have been sentenced to 10 to 15 years in prison. Now, despite the two having separate trials, the judge did sentence them both together today. Let's talk about it. So James and Jennifer Crumbley were both found guilty on 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter in 2 separate trials. Now, during the trials, we learned that Jennifer Crumbley was having an affair. In text messages, she was often dismissive of her son and his plight and his depression. We also learned that she was boasting about her son owning a weapon, and she took him to a shooting range to try out the weapon. Now, she alleged that James Crumbley was responsible for storing the weapon, and also she did not purchase the weapon for her son. James Crumbley contends that he did not know that Ethan was going through the things that he was going through to the point to where he felt that he would do what he did in November of 2021. It's important to note that we saw a lot of text messages during this trial where Ethan was reaching out to them for help, and he was ultimately shut down. So during the sentencing hearing, we heard some very impactful victim impact statements from the parents and family members and friends of the 4 victims. It was very heart-wrenching and also sometimes hard to listen to, as these people said that they didn't feel that Jennifer Crumbley had any remorse. They said that she never shed a tear until she was convicted. They also felt that James Crumbley lacked real emotion when it comes down to what his son did. So James and Jennifer Crumbley both made statements in court expressing their remorse, and James Crumbley also asked the judge to sentence him to time served. He has been in prison since December of 2023. Both of them have. They have been unable to make the $1 million bond. So he asked for the judge to sentence him to time served with probation.
Please know that I am truly very sorry. I am sorry for your loss as a result of what my son did. I cannot express how much I wish that I had known what was going on with him or what was going to happen.
My time in confinement has been filled with deep remorse, regret, and grief over this tragedy. I have taken this one day at a time, trying to survive, navigate, and cope with the endless heartache, pain, and grief I feel for the families of Hannah, Justin, Madison, and Tate.
The judge ultimately decided against the time served sentence that the attorneys as well as James Crumbley was asking for, sentencing them to 10 to 15 years in prison with credit for time served. Now, she stated that she will rule at a later date on whether they can have contact with their son, Ethan Crumbley. Now, the 10 to 15 year sentence does align with what prosecutors were asking for. They faced up to 15 years in prison on each count, but prosecutors asked for 10 to 15 years total for each parent. Ethan Crumbley was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. With the sentence of James Crumbley and Jennifer Crumbley, this is a precedent-setting event. There has never been a parent that has been convicted for their actions related to a mass shooting. Of course, here at the Black Grit News, I send my condolences out to the families of the victims as well as the community as a whole. This was just a tragic event, and in my opinion, it didn't have to occur if the parents had did their job as well as school officials. There was some balls dropped, and we learned a lot about that during trial. I'm pretty sure we'll hear more regarding as that lawsuit against the school district plays out. All right, players, put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. This is Double D Mobile for the Black Grit News.